Hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, I have been busy out in the garden today. Yes, today's Wednesday, and it's April 17th, 2024, and you're here with Catherine here at Catherine's Garden and Home LWS. And I have been out in the garden and I have been cutting down my hedge that I have against the fence. And I've used this beautiful, wonderful tool that I got last year. The company had asked me if I would review it, and I have to say, I did not use it last year. I don't know why, and I wish I had. Instead, I had picked up these Fiskars, and I'd used this instead, and I had another larger size than this that I used to cut the hedge with. And I also had a hand clippers as well that I used. But wow, did this make the job so much easier? And it's lightweight. You hear that? It is so powerful. And I was able to cut down a lot of the these little saplings, the little trees that were growing on the side of the fence there, and cut down so many things. And it just happened so fast that I didn't really get to record or let you see me doing that, because then I'd have to set everything up, and I really didn't have the tools. See, the tools to do it. And you know what? It had gotten clogged here. Some sticks got in here, and I was able to unscrew that and pull out, and it wasn't as complicated as I thought when I was putting the chain part together here, back together again. And it is heavy, and I am so glad that they sent it to me. I do recommend it. Highly recommend it. Does any of you have one of these? If you do, let me know, and let me know how you feel about it. Um, I think it's fantastic. And this is what it is. Yeah, just beautiful. So hello to everyone here in the chat. I am so glad that you come to join me. I see that I got a like, and somebody's already there in the chat with me. They're watching. Thank you so much for coming and joining me here. And it is wonderful to be out in the garden. I think I even got a little tan. Who's that with me? Let me put on my glasses so I can see. A 70 plus gardener, good evening. How are you? Catherine and all, how are you? So good to have you joining me here. Who else is there? 70 plus? How you doing? How you doing? It was so warm earlier in the garden in the sun. Plus, I was moving around and pulling and tugging and putting things together and so forth. So I was warm. But now that I've kind of slowed down a little bit, it's feeling a little chilly. I'm starting to feel the little chill. So that's why I'm all bundled up. But I just had to slow myself down and tell myself, okay, come on, today's Wednesday. You got to get it going. You got to get it going on. You got to go talk to your wonderful friends. So how are you, my gardening friends? And so the question is, what's up? What's up in your garden? This is what is up in my garden. Working with this chainsaw. I mean, what a tool. I denied myself the use of this last year. And I'm so glad that I don't know what I was expecting. I just didn't want to put it together. And when it came already put together pretty much, it just made it so much easier. And you could see that I've been using it. Yeah, see how it's just so nice. And I love the color. turquoise is one of my favorite colors. As you can tell, I have a lot of green and turquoise. I love turquoise. So just the color alone is attractive. In zone 8 in Georgia, it's 80 degrees. What? Well, it is 50 degrees right now. I think the high was 55 here in Boston. I'm in Boston. I'm in zone 6. So we're still experiencing, the temperature's just trying to decide if it wants to get warmer or not. And I think that we're going to be staying in the 50s, um, but the nighttime temperatures will be in the 40s. As long as it's like 45, it's good. And I hope that we don't have any cold freeze, surprise cold snaps, because then I'm going to be in trouble. But right now, the garden looks great. My hydrangeas are opening up. They're excited. They're ready to bloom. And hopefully all goes well. I will have a lot of hydrangea blossoms this year. If you look at my playlist, you'll see that I think 4 years ago, when I started this particular channel, Catherine's Garden and Home, I started it because my hydrangeas had bloomed, and it was the best that they've ever been, that time. And all of them, all throughout the garden, it was just the year for hydrangeas. And I have Nico Blue hydrangeas, and also bridal bouquet, and yeah, there's those two. And it was so beautiful in the garden. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm going to do a premiere of that. I'm going to go back and experience I'm going to do that. I will put it together so you all can see what it was. And hopefully this year it will be that way or even better, because I've created like a hedge in the back here. Right now I'm calling it Daffodil Lane. But then with the daffodils, then the next that's going to show up will be the hostas. And after the hostas will be the hydrangeas. And that year I propagated hydrangeas. And right now those propagated hydrangea plants that actually survived and made it through, those plants are now fairly large. Yeah, they're blooming, they're beautiful, and they've grown. It's just so beautiful to see. I mean, everything takes time in the garden, but if you are patient and willing to go through the process, then it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I am excited about the garden. And I think I'm going to do a, a look back at my hydrangeas over the years. Last year I did not have that many blooms, but I think that the Nico Blue hydrangeas are supposed to be ones that come back, that bloom twice. And that's what happened last year, that the plants are mature enough that they are able to rebloom. And so they bloomed on the new wood. And so I did have a couple of blossoms, which was good. Um, and the year before, my rose bushes did not do well at all. There was a hard freeze there, and a lot of them died back. But this year, they've come back from last year. They've come back, and I see them leafing out. And so I'm anticipating in June that I will have roses. But I'm excited because I'm willing to go out and buy some new rose bushes. In May, when Mother's Day comes around, that's when they tend to have a lot of roses and so forth at Costco. And on that note, I got my Costco Connect magazine, and what are they talking about at Costco? This is the time. They're talking about gardening variety. Isn't that amazing? They're talking about gardening. Hello to those who are watching. Come and join me in the chat. Let's have a conversation. What's up with you? What are you doing? And I have this. It is so nice. I think that Costco has been adding more gardening things because gardening has now become a thing. People are actually gardening because of the pandemic. A lot of people were home and they had nothing else to do but garden and be in their backyards and so forth. And now with people realizing that food is important and where does your food come from and how you want to make your food to be healthy for you. So people are going organic. They want to grow their own food, which I think is the best thing ever when you can eat fresh. And one of the reasons why it's good to grow your own food is because one, you're eating healthy food, food that you know how you've grown it, right? You've planted it, you put it in the ground, you've tended it, you've cared for it. It has more value to you because now you celebrate your food. It's not just eating the food, but it's the whole process of watching your food grow and then getting the joy of harvesting your food. And then also, when you are able to grow your own food, it also affects your grocery bills because certain times you're not going to have to buy produce in the supermarket, and that's usually the most expensive. Produce is really expensive, but you'll be able to grow your own food, eat your own food fresh. As soon as you pick your food, it starts to deteriorate, which makes sense because it's a living thing. So as soon as you cut your greens, your leaves, and so forth, and you eat them, you're getting the full, rich nutrition from it. And if you harvest it and you put it in the refrigerator, it starts to deteriorate. But if you eat it right away, I'm going to cook some collard greens, and so I have collard greens. That's why I'm talking about that. So we just go and gather some collard green leaves and dice them up, saute them, dice them up, put them in the soups, or use them to bake. My husband loves to use the collard greens to bake with chicken and fish. He just kind of makes a layer of leaves and he puts it on top, and it just makes the food so moist and delicious. And then with the seasoning, it's just good for you. It just tastes so good, and you learn how to cook new and exciting things. Now, who is watching? Come on, join me in the chat and say hello and share with me. Come on. Come on and join me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. At Catherine's Garden and Home, that's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, grow. I am L Lovely Dove 23. Good evening. How are you? Thank you. I'm doing well. I am so excited about this day because I got so much work done. I used my handheld um, chainsaw, my mini chainsaw, and I was cutting down the hedge. And so I feel so satisfied because that was a task that needed to happen. I mean, on the edge there, on the fence, there's all these vines. And after a while, if you don't catch it now, then later on they're going to overtake the area. So it was so good to do that. I feel so good about that. And today it was 55 degrees here in the Boston area, zone 6, and the sun was shining. I feel like I got a tan. I got a lot of vitamin D in and also a lot of fresh air. My bones, I have not moved so much. I did so much pulling and tugging and lifting. I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow. But it has been so good today. So good. So good. Because now I can really see the garden, see what's up. And, I have my blooms coming up, my daffodils, the tulips are opening up, my hydrangeas are leafing out, the rose bushes are leafing out. I got myself some mulch. They have mulch. I don't know if you use mulch, but yeah, Home Depot. They have mulch this week. I believe it's all this week. 5 bags for $10. So if you use mulch in certain areas of your garden, you can go on out there and get yourself some mulch. We got mulch. I have to get myself um, some potting soil. I'm really excited because I'm ready to pot up stuff, and I was pulling out my seeds. Yeah. Oh, I am lovely Dove 23. A lot of my roses are budding up, and um, and full of leaves. Yeah, mine too. I am so excited about that because last year I had basically a minimal amount of roses. My garden, I'm used to having a lot of roses, and my climb is my Eden Climb rose and my co- um, Cornelia rose. I had a lot of red with the knockout roses. They all died back from a frost, a late frost, and it just killed the. It was a hard frost. Um, so I'm praying that that doesn't happen this year, um, because everything is just looking so good. And so I'm continually looking at the 10-day forecast. And as long as it stays in the 40s, 40, 45 or so at night, and the warm temperatures, because that will warm up the soil, I think that they will be good. I think we're going to be good. I looked at the almanac, and it said April 10th was the end frost date, but then you have a 30% chance of getting a frost. But I think that things are going to. I don't think I need to fear. I need to have hope and stay positive. Yes. But yeah, the roses. Now I don't know if you shop at Costco, but I do. I shop at Costco, and I got the Costco connection. And look at that. They're talking about garden variety, and they have experts and Costco members weigh in on creative ways to get your grow on. And I have this year is the year that I've seen the most in gardening things. Hello, hi. Hi, how are you, Brooke? Hello, Deborah, how you doing? By the way, congratulations, Brooke. I've been following you on Instagram, and I saw that things went well for you. At least people came out and encouraged you, and that it was really successful. It's always hard starting something and wondering if anyone will come and support the work, and so that was good that people did show up for you, and that you were in a new environment. Anything new, I congratulate you. You're a boss lady. Yes, you are. I love your attitude. I love your spirit. um, Yes, you're a go-getter. That's good. So you'll have great success. When I was saying 27 people came out, what? Yay! That is fantastic. That is good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Yes, very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah. How you doing, Deborah? How are things going? How's your garden growing? I hope that everything is going well for you. Um, I I love Costco. As you know, I am a Costco shopper, and it is so good. It says time to get outdoors. Spring is here. I'm in the city, so This is an urban experience for you. Spring is here, and for many of you, it starts of your favorite time of year, gardening season. And I could definitely say, yes, that is what it is for us here. If you're a gardening aficionado, this issue has a lot to offer, and it truly does. The things that they are offering at Costco now is amazing. I think they realize that there is a group of people who are gardening, and that there's room for that, that this is becoming popular. You know, in England, they love to garden, but here in the United States, gardening wasn't a pastime, you know, but now people are really getting into it, and they really want to grow their food. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? So good to see you, Sonia. Hi. Yes, yes. He says, in our cover story, experts and several creative Costco members share tips and ideas about how to transform the outdoor space of your home into unique gardens. If you're ready for some out-of-the-box thinking about gardening, this story is sure to appeal. Our Home and Garden special section continues the theme with stories about how to properly care for water hoses and tips to select the right greenhouse or shed. You can get a greenhouse or a shed from Costco. Isn't that something? As well as a profile on Costco rose bush supplier, heirloom roses. There's even a story in our For Your Health section about the mental and physical benefits of gardening. If you love spring but aren't that passionate about gardening, this issue's Buying Smart offers an in-depth look at the lengths to which our patio furniture buyers go to offer stylish, durable furniture sets. Yeah, and so they're talking about including fire pits and a Kansas stage, and how to make your outdoor cozy. Isn't that something? So I think that this is fantastic. Um, just look at this picture here. Look at that. The art of nature. Look at that. And it's just a National Gardening Day is April 14th. So it was this week, this Saturday. Celebrate the day by discovering the creative serenity and beauty gardening offers so many. You can find a variety of gardening products to help you get started in Costco warehouse at Costco.com. And have you ever heard of forest gardening? Forest gardening, the world's oldest known form of gardening, occurred along the prehistoric jungle banks. Isn't that something? But yeah, people are getting into gardening. What about you all? What are you up to in your garden? What's happening with you? Um, as I said, I was busy cutting the hedge with my. Any of you got this? This tool is fantastic. This tool is fantastic. Oh my goodness. It made the job of cutting the hedge so easy. And you know, you can have like 4-inch stubs, you know, thickness. Oh my goodness, this thing is a beast. It's small, but it is powerful. I just loved it. It made the work so much easier. It took me about, my husband helped me with the heavy duty stuff, but then afterwards I went through and I did the smaller branches and things, and got through with it in such short time. I have one and love it. You do too, Deborah? Yeah, I have a similar one by Craftsman. I love it. Yes. Oh my goodness. Hey, Queen and Chat. Yes, hi, Unbiased LC. How are you? Yes, it is fantastic. You know, last year I was so intimidated by this. They had offered me, this company offered me the opportunity to review their product. And I shared it with you all, you know, out of respect for them sending to me. But I never opened up the package until this year. And I am so sorry that I didn't, because I had purchased these fiskars. You know, Costco has these fiskars with the hand um, pruners, and I wanted the hand pruners. So I used this. I used this fiskars to cut the hedge with another one of these shears, but a large one. And boy, that a lot of work. Those shears were so heavy. It took so much energy. But this is good for quick things. But this is helpful. But this tool is the beast. Yeah, it's small, but it's powerful. And I'm so glad that I put it to use this year, um, because it has really done well for me. Um, and so now I feel very highly motivated with the garden, and things are just blooming. Um, I love this time of year because our grass is looking so green. My husband gave it its first cut, and just beautiful. And then, of course, the daffodils. If you've been following along, I've been making mini tours, and letting you see what's happening, because things are changing so rapidly. And the garden, the daffodils and the tulips, and the roses are budding out and everything. What's going on with you all? Come on, what's up? What's up? Come on, come in the chat and tell me what's on your mind, and what are you doing? Um, yeah, so I was looking here at the Costco, and some of the things that they have available here, um, and suggestions. Look at this. They're so enticing. Look at this. Can you dig it? It says, gardening season has arrived, from flower-filled borders to lush containers to overflowing veggie beds. It's time to get outdoors and to think outside the box. Add a piece of whimsical art to your garden. Bed, play with color, or go crazy with foliage. Get creative in the garden this year. Yeah, so they're really enticing people to buy stuff and to get into the gardening. I think that this has become a big business, really. And they show different things like the wheelbarrow. You can get a wheelbarrow from Costco. And then those of you who want to protect your netting, look at that right here with the hoop thing. Yes. Rid the lawn in favor of vegetable and flower garden. Repurposed lamppost serves as a flower pot holder. And then she protects her garden. And then, of course, they're talking about the pollinated, making your garden pollinator friendly. So I believe that they're going to have a lot of different, a lot of gardening plants and so forth. As you know, I buy my bulbs from Costco. I love to buy the summer bulbs from Costco. I talked about the caladiums, and I've been looking at some of my other bulbs that I've gotten from the past from Costco, the summer bulbs, and I think that um, that is really good. If you have a limited budget, that you can get a lot for your money, and just let it grow. I got a good harvest of green beans, and I'll be making them for my dinner tonight. Oh, that's good, Sonia. Green beans. That's nice. I need to. Um, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Um, and I'm glad that you're eating healthy too. I mean, doesn't it make a difference? Just that little, it might be a handful of greens or whatever, but just adding your own veggies that you pick from your garden, that you're getting that nutrition in your body right away. because they talk about store-bought things. And I'm in the Northeast, so for produce that comes from California and Mexico and all of those other places, and if they use the train tracks, the railway system, to get produce from one end to the other, or even trucking, it takes a couple of days before it gets to us on the East Coast, and Boston is the last stop for vegetables and things like that. So by the time it reaches me here in the Boston area, that those vegetables have lost all of their nutritional value. They're like, you know, they're ready to spoil. Hi, Lynette. Lost. How are you? So good to have you. Haven't seen you for a while. I hope all is well with you. Deborah, what did you say? My hosta came back and my yellow snapdragon. Yay. Yeah, well, hostas are perennials and they will return. My garden is very much a hosta garden. And so my hostas are up and they are looking really, really good. You could see them um, in different areas of the garden. So I'm excited to see that. A lot of my perennials have sprouted. What other perennials do you have in your garden? I want to do a video on perennials and dividing perennials. I did already start to do that, but I didn't have my camera with me or my phone so that I could take footage of it. But I'm intending to do that because I have quite a few plants that I want to cut and divide before the season is over. Yeah, I need to get to it. It's just that my it's just setting up the camera that's is a little tricky right now, but I'm going to try and do and cover as much. And then I was looking to see some of my old footage of doing that so that I can show you now. Um, but they're coming up. I like day hostas are good too. If you have a good size hosta, and you want to have more, it's a good time before the leaves get really large to dig it up and to divide it and put it in. You could have multiple plants from that. You could divide it in depending on the size of the hosta. You can divide it in half or into three part sections and just multiply. That's how we were able to get hostas all throughout my garden. Is that every year we would dig up some and divide them up and put them in different parts of the garden. So my garden is really a hosta garden, and it was because I had a lot more trees when I first moved here. It wasn't very much that could grow in the garden, but hostas, of course, is shade loving. So hey, Francesca, how are you? So it was just beneficial for me to divide the hostas, to cut and divide them and put them in different parts. And the person that was here before, they had at least three different types of hostas. So I was able to have some variety. And then I was able to, as I learned about gardening, shade gardening, I picked up some additional hostas. And as they grew, I divided them and placed them in different parts of the garden. And yeah, so dividing hostas are wonderful. And over time, you'll be able to have more. And the other plant that is really good, or perennial that's really good for dividing, are daylilies. Daylilies. Like I have a lot of daylilies. When I came to this garden, the person that was here before me had a lot of daylilies. I call them ditch lilies because they were the old-fashioned lilies, and they grow prolifically through wherever. If you put one, the next year you'll have five. I mean, they just spread. and I needed to fill up the garden. So I just placed the daylilies all over the garden, and now I just have large patches of that. But it's beautiful at the time because they come like in July, the beginning or the middle of July, when things are a little, when I don't have a lot of color. They seem to just fit right in. And that's something that you might want to consider too, is the succession of blooms. Yeah, irises are good too. Bearded iris, in the, that is a, and there, a lot of those plants are called pass along plants that do well, perennials, and bearded iris is one. A teacher friend of mine, she had a lot of purple bearded iris, and she came in and she had brought some of the blooms into the office. I said, "Oh, I love this. Could I have some?" She then went and she gave me a big bag full of rhizomes, and I planted them in the garden, and they're there, and I've just been spreading them around. Um, yeah, they're one-time bloomers, but you know what, Lynette? The thing is that um, it's okay because there are other plants that will bloom at another time. You have to know when irises come up, that this is their time. They're going to show up for maybe 2 weeks or for a month. Then their leaves are really good at one point there, and they add their leaf structure is different from others. So um, if you put the irises next to, say, sedum, they look so good together because the sedum is more of a mounding plant where the iris leaves are stately and green. And so then when the blooms come, you enjoy the blooms, but you also enjoy the leaves and the leaf structure and design. And so I have that, and then the other thing that you must consider too is succession blooming. So, like for example, I have right now, first the crocuses come up, so they add color to the garden. Next, I have the daffodils, they're going to come up. And then the tulips. And by the time the tulips come, the hostas, the other things are budding out. So then next, after the daffodils, like in Daffodil Lane that I have back there, next will be the hostas. After the hostas are the hydrangeas. And then, oh, but before that, I have the rhododendrons. I have rhododendron shrubs, which have big, beautiful purple flowers. So that adds color. So as the season progresses, there are different plants that bloom, and so it's never boring. The garden continues to show. Then after the rhododendrons come up, then you have then you have then you have the daylilies. The daylilies. So I have like Stella d'Oro daylily. That comes up. It's a beautiful yellowy orange flower, and that just keeps on blooming right straight through. I mean, they have their flush, and then they die out, and then they flush again. They're reoccurring. So they fill in the blank. Then I have bee balm that then comes up as by July 1st. I have bee balm that starts to show up. And by that time, too, your annuals will come and add color. And then if you plant your zinnias, your marigolds, your annuals, and so forth, now is the time. If you want to have some summer color with your zinnias, your marigolds, your snapdragon. Somebody said they had planted, or their snapdragon has come back up. Yeah, and all of those, the cosmos, all of your cottagey type of plants, they come. Now's the time to seed them, to either start them as seedlings or put them in the ground. Start to, if you're getting a lot of rain too, also, and the temperatures are warming up for you. It's still a little early here, but I need to, and if you have a greenhouse, then you can you can start them in your greenhouse, your outdoor greenhouse, and give them some shelter, and they will do well. Yeah. So all of that is good. It's exciting now how things are. I just bought marigold, alyssum, and zinnia seeds for $1 at the local family. Yes, and you know what? Those seeds are fantastic. I got myself a whole slew. I'm excited to plant. Yes, yes. I bought so many of those seeds, and buy more as much as you can. It's only $1, and save some for next year. I already pulled out some that I need to start sowing and putting in the greenhouse so that I can have seedlings to put out. Because by the time May, May after Mother's Day here in my area, uh, it's going to be planting time. You know, you want to get, that's when I will be going to my local gardener friend who she has tomatoes and the peppers, you know, the summer crops, veggies, and putting down my collard greens, and I have to start the cabbage seeds and so forth. Yeah, so I've decided that before I was anxious, and I think that I started the seedlings too early for me. So I decided I'm not going to rush. I'm going to wait till the temperature is right, just right for growing things, and as soon, you know, one thing with the seeds, as soon as it heats up and you water them, they're gonna sprout. They're gonna sprout, and they will sprout quickly, especially when the soil is warm, because that's what the plants want. They want the warmth. They want the sun. They want the water. So catching, I think, you know, this by the end of this month and all, I think, when is a good time to transplant lilacs? Transplant them? Now is a good time. Lilacs are going to be blooming. In my lilac bushes already has buds on it, and the lilacs will be around will be blooming in May. Usually that opens up May with the alliums, the bearded iris, alliums, um, lilacs. They all kind of bloom at the same time. And it's beautiful in my garden. I call that my purple garden because all shades of purple. It's a beautiful time. That, you know, right between the roses, the tulips and the roses, you have the alliums, the lilacs, and the bearded iris. And it's like purple heaven with the rhododendrons in my garden. Absolutely beautiful. And you can, you know, that's something else to discover when things are blooming, and you can have the colors flow, through your garden. Like right now in my garden, daffodils, yellow and white, or creamy white. That's what my garden is. Green, yellow, and white tones from the daffodils because I have the ice follies. So that's what the color scheme is right now. Now I have some red tulips that are just starting to bloom, and there's like one or two in the front, and then I have um, some here in the corner that I need to get some more of the type of tulips. Those are early tulips. And so next thing you know, I'm going to have red tulips throughout my garden. But there's going to be a lot of green and a lot of white. So then my garden's going to be red, white, and green. hmm With the tulips. And pink, hot pink and light pink. So it'll be pink, it'll be red, and white. Well, I don't have white tulips, but white anemones and other things that are going to be in the garden. So that's one. That's the tulips, and then after the tulips, cause the alliums. It really is neat to see your rainbow of beauty in the garden when it transitions from the colors to match the season. Yes, Francesca. And Francesca, because you have been watching my premieres, You know how my garden transitions. For those of you, if you want to know what I'm talking about, if you go to my playlist, I have a playlist of premieres that I did of look backs at my garden, and you will see it transitioning. I show you the changes of the garden. It's really beautiful, and so you'll know what I'm talking about. Then after the rhododendrons and so forth, the next thing is the roses. Roses. Oh, I'm starting seeds in wet paper towel, towels and plastic bags for May 15 planting. Excellent. Excellent. So you should have some roots. People do that. Yeah, they do that with the wet paper towel method to get it to start sprouting, and then they put it in. Um, that is a method. I don't tend to use that method, but yeah, that it works well for some people. So yeah, you can do that. Um, and there are some other I just plant them in the different pots and cover them. Make sure you put a dome. Now, here, you remember I was trying something out with that herb thing from the Dollar Tree. I put it in here. I got nothing, nothing. So I'm going to use this. Now, this is from the Dollar Tree. This is the bell cloche that you could use in the garden to keep things moist and protected. Well, I decided that I'm going to use it in the pot. This is a Dollar Tree pot. Isn't that nice? And then I have um, this soilless mix here, in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this with some gardening soil, some potting soil that I have there. And I'm going to use this to see if I can start some seeds. I have two of these, but I just love this pot. It's, yeah, I just love this pot. I got this pot from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go back and get me some more. So the thing is with gardening, you just have to keep on exploring and see what works for you. But I'm going to see if I can start some seedlings in this because I did not do bottle seeding. Yeah, it looks like terracotta. Exactly. This is the best I've ever seen for a plastic pot looking like terracotta. It looks really nice. I love the fleur de lis here also, that design and everything. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Yeah, the Dollar Tree is really a great place for inexpensive gardening needs. If you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on things and you're just getting started, I recommend the Dollar Tree. I mean, Costco is great, but that's after when if you really know what you want to get from them. Like getting a greenhouse, that is a big ticket item, but you can get it there. Um, you can let's see. You can get one from them. And Costco too. You can now they're offering shrubs. Yeah. Um, and things from them. Let's see what else. But they were talking about sheds. You can get a shed. Of course, their patio furniture and so forth. But anyway, Dollar Tree is the um, has the large self-watering pots for $5. Really? Wow, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So, continue to shop around. I use the Dollar Tree gloves, best gloves ever. For gardening gloves, you don't have to buy expensive gardening gloves. Those garden gloves last. I have like three different pairs here. It's from last year. I'm just even using my last year gloves. So that's reusable. Um, the tools that they have, the dig, to dig, and to the different gardening tools. They are adorable, and they're for $1.25. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah. So start small. You love the gloves too, Sonia? Yeah. Start small and don't overtax yourself. The other thing to do is to be creative. And I have noticed that there are a lot of people on YouTube who are buying Dollar Tree products and coming up with creative ways to use them in the garden. So that's something. So that's something to consider. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to keep you long because I am a little chilly, and as I said, I've been working hard here in the garden. Yeah, and I've been using my hand. I don't know if you saw my handheld. Yeah, this is so good. So good. Let me show you what the garden looks like. Oh, oh my goodness. My knees. Oh, you remember let me just show you. You remember my herbal bowl? This is looking really, really good. Here's the mint, sage that I started from seeds. This is rosemary. This is the thyme, and I have a strawberry plant in there. And then this is just mint right there, mint. Yeah. But that is something I'm going to do again, I think. I think I'm going to do another herb bowl so I can use it for cooking and also for teas. But I just want to give you an update on that. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, and check out the garden. So you can see the daffodils. Hopefully you're able to see them. By the way, my peach tree over there, I don't know if you can see that in the corner. The peach tree is blossoming, and the pear tree, and the tree right in front of you there. My maple tree is starting to blossom. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the garden. You see how the garden is taking shape? And the grass is really, really green. We're starting to put things together. So, continue to stop by and visit. And I've decided to give you all mini, quick tours. So that is some of the things that I'm featuring here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Do you see Daffodil Lane? It's Daffodil Lane with the forsythia. Yeah, and more of the daffodils opened up. But I see that I need to add more. Last year, in February, I gave my daffodils to my son. I had an additional 50 that I was going to put back here, so that's why it's a little sparse. But then I put the daffodils in other parts of the garden, so I have a lot of color there. Yeah. Yes, where we grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's Garden and Home. Uh-huh. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Soon you're going to see a lot of red. My red tulips are going to show up. That's next. Yeah. So I hope that you were inspired. And thank you to those that stopped by to join me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. It was good to have you here with me as I sit on my deck. My deck is coming together. Oh, and I want to show you that my Japanese maple tree, you see that? Is starting to leaf out. So soon we'll have color here. And I got myself some potting soil. So, doing, what it is just, you don't have to do everything at once. Just try and do a little bit every day, get as much done. Be intentional. Intentional. I hope you all are using your planners and your journals to help you to be intentional and assign yourself something that you want to do each day. Planning will help you to get things done. And also you want to be aware of what you're spending your money on. Be intentional as much as possible. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Where we grow, 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 grow together. Thank you to those who came and joined me. I am so thankful. The retired gardener, hello Chad, I pray everyone is doing well. Hey, how are you, Patricia, how are you doing? Yes, and continue to watch the videos. Continue to hit the like button, hit the notification bell for more videos because they're coming fast and furious. And also, yeah, and make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed because so much is going on. This is the fun time of the year. And May is when things, if you are intentional and you're planning um, now at this point, you're going to enjoy your July and your August. So don't, just sit down, think about what you want to do, plan it out, and be intentional. Use your intentional journals, people. Yes, plan out what you want to see for spring, but don't just think about spring, think about summer and think about fall and your harvest, what you want to do then too as well. And for the winter, if you want winter interest, make sure you got your shrubs like your arborvitae and your other shrubs like that. This is the time to plant them in the ground. And your trees. If you want to get fruit trees, now's the time to pick up your fruit trees as well. Okay? Yeah, so there's a lot to do. There's lots to do. And, and rose bushes. Roses are coming up soon. So if you want to plant bare root roses, now's the time to plant the bare root rose. Or if you wait a little longer, like after Mother's Day usually they have rose bushes in pots. Great time to buy them then too as well. Well, that is it for today. Every time I look at my fig tree, I think of you. Yes. You know what, Patricia? G Mama Grows. She did a video recently. I just saw it this morning of her harvesting one of her figs from her indoor fig tree she was eating. She was smacking on that. I'm surprised she didn't show up today. Yes, I'm talking about G Mama Grows. Check out her video of her eating her fig. Her figs, because figs have two harvesting seasons. Usually they have the early figs and then figs that develop, and then they have the late. Yes, G Mama Grows. She had a little clip of her munching on her fig that she had indoors, and that she was growing, and it had a fig on it. She was eating it. So good, so good. Yeah, so I'm glad, and thank you for your inspiration, everybody. Patricia, I really appreciate you, and I thank you for watching the videos and commenting, and I'm encouraging everyone else to do that too. Also, Sonia, you've been very good about commenting. Please, if you watch them, just give me a like, or, a happy face or a heart or something, so that Google and YouTube will know that people are watching and that they're interested, you know. And I try to get back to to at least let you know that I've received your comments. I've been hitting your the like and the hearts, and I get to it. So yeah, keep doing that, and let us grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Bye bye. See you later. Yes, you do an amazing job, Sister Catherine. We all are very thankful for you and sharing your knowledge on the garden. Thank you, Francesca. So, everyone, have a fantastic week, and I'm more than likely will have a premiere. I will let you know on Saturday, probably about my hydrangeas. I think I'm going to do a premiere on them. All right, so have a good day, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Love you all. See you next time right here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Oh, yes. Bye. Oh, by the way, check out my email. If you have subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, and you also went to the website and you gave me your and contacted me, I sent out an email. So check out the email, in your inbox. You might have to look at your promotions, but I sent out an email. So check it out. It says Catherine. That's me. Yes. So check it out. Click it, and that just encourages me also to keep on keeping on. All right? God be with you all. Bless you. Keep you safe and happy. And have a wonderful evening. Bye. Good night. Bye, Francesca. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't. I was sending you that. I haven't sent it yet. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.